Are we up, right?
Come on, come, sir.
All right, we're gonna get busy. You already know what time it is. Back at it. Another Tuesday, another Brotherhood class.
That's right.
Understand? Let's get a load of hand. Glad to be here. Of course, preaching opens at 5,000 Shalayala. Hold a class today for the Hudson Valley. Make sure y'all go out there and like and subscribe and share and all of that good stuff. Spread this truth to the earth, for the spread like wildfire. You understand what I'm saying? Let's do it like that. Get our brothers and sisters up out the gutters, out the trenches, out the slums, out the sewer, out the holes. Let's pull them up, raise them up, get them right under the guidance of Commander Junior YAHANNA, of course, who's led by the Most High in Christ. You understand what I'm saying? We see what times we're living in right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of confusion, a lot of deception, a lot of division going on amongst our own people. We already know about the division amongst, these heathenistic races, such as the Edomites, or the Caucasians, and the Hamites, the Africans, Moabites, the Chinese, the Ammonites, the Japanese, and so we already know about those divisions. Those divisions are obvious. We know they're obvious by, of course, the treatment or by them or from them. You understand? The enslavement, the rape, the murder. A lot of people say, well, blacks are murdering blacks too.
Right.
Whatever the case may be, and that's absolutely right. That's an in-house problem that we need to work on. But also, them blacks is murdering blacks are flooding those prisons too. Meanwhile, this oppressor, he's getting away with his murder. He makes holidays out of his murder. He sells the weapons that he used for murder, sell them on Amazon or Craigslist or whatever, and get millions and thousands of dollars or whatever for it. You understand what I'm saying?
Come.
They get away with it for free to get paid vacations for their murder. We don't. And we don't. We flood the prison system and continue to make this country rich off of our blood, sweat, and tears. You understand what I'm saying? So we already know about those divisions. Those divisions are obvious. You understand? But the division amongst our people is what hurts the most. That's the sickest. Because you know who your enemy is when it comes to these other races, when it comes to these people that are against the chosen people of God, which are the so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. Those are the chosen people of God, and anybody that's against them is an absolute enemy. No, we know where they're coming from.
Right.
Even the nicest one that you can think of and say, oh, Becky's not that bad. She's not that bad. She's nice. She can dance. She comes to the club with us, whatever the case may be. Becky may be nice. She may be nice and respectful and cordial and so forth and so on, but Becky benefits from the blood that her fathers have shed.
Right.
Becky benefits from your father's murder, your grandfather's murder, your grandfather's rape, your grandmother's rape. She benefits from that. You understand what I'm saying? She absolutely benefits from that, and therefore Becky is considered an enemy. Just like we're reaping the repercussions of slavery and Jim Crow and all of the other atrocities that we've been through, all of the pain and terrible situations that we've been through. We're suffering from that to this day. You understand what I'm saying? So we know who that enemy is, but when it comes from within your own people, that's the worst. We all, not all, but most of us are familiar with a situation that happened with our brothers out in Kentucky, the Kentucky 8. So let's get them brothers a hand. The brothers held it down, just like they were trained to do through Hebrew Academy. You understand what I'm saying? Just like they was trained to do. They held it down out there as our own people. Some traitors came up against our brothers. You understand? Came up against our brothers, tried to physically attack our brothers, and ended up kissing the concrete because we serve the Lord over here. You understand? And we don't take losses. We give lessons. And they learned a very valuable lesson that day by crossing the line and getting hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So We are all familiar with that situation. It was an unfortunate situation because it's our own people. You understand what I'm saying? It's our own people that that have done that came up against us. You understand what I'm saying? And we are put in a position. We are a non-violent organization, first of all, and put in a position to where we had to defend ourselves and defend ourselves at all costs. So big up to the Kentucky 8 for using their training wisely. Being on the side of the Lord and proving that we are with the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That we are the priests and prophets that the Most High put back into this earth to serve our people, to serve Him more importantly. You understand what I'm saying? And we are not to be tested or tampered with anything else. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that as a tough guy or anything like that. I just say it as a servant of the Most High God, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's disgusting to have our own people come up against us. You know what I'm saying? But those brothers came from different zones and formed together. They came from, I believe, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. Them brothers came together, and they all come together through the scriptures. These are not brothers that met each other because they hustling in the streets together, or because they doing some illegal activities and so on and so on. These are brothers who came into this knowledge, came into this truth, got 10 toes down in this truth, and formed a bond through the Bible, through precepts. You understand what I'm saying? Through the teachings of Commander General YAHANNA, formed a bond that cannot be broken, a bond that is stronger than your friend of 20 years. The one who slept with your sister, slept with your girl, the one who stole from you, the one who snitched on you, the one who did all these atrocities to you and all these things to you, keyed up your car, crashed your car, won't pay for it, so forth and so on. You understand what I'm saying? That same person that you knew for 20 years since the sandbox and all of that, that same person more than likely would have ran if it came down to what them brothers went through, being attacked with pipes and chains and wooden sticks and AR-15s, and things of that nature. Somebody would have took off. As soon as they seen an AR-15, they would have turned around and been kicking up concrete. You understand what I'm saying? They would have done that. But not here in the UPK. We don't leave a brother behind, and we ain't afraid to die out here because this is our duty to go out here on these streets where we may not return. Right. But that's how much we love our people, because we were raised under Commander General YAHANNA to do such. Why? Because Christ did it. The disciples did it. You understand? The priests and prophets of the Bible did it. And we're going to do the same damn thing. Why? Because we're supposed to. But you can't do it if it's not already in you. You can't be taught courage. You have to already have that courage in you. You understand? You have to already have it in you. And them brothers displayed that. And those brothers are friends. Right. You understand? According to the Bible, those brothers are friends. And sometimes a friend, not sometimes, most of the time, especially in the UPK, a friend is more important and more valuable to you than your own biological brother, than your own person you call your brother because y'all grew up, from the sandbox on up, because y'all grew up in the same building, lived on the same block, went to the same school, whatever the case may be, and y'all were so close when it came to chasing whores and playing sports and some of the song, you call that your brother. Well, these are real brothers right here. You know what I'm saying? These are brothers who forged a bond from the scriptures, formed a bond under the teaching of Commander General YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? Formed a bond right here in the Israelite school of UPK, and you can see the fruits that Commander General YAHANNA producing, man. Right. And these strong brothers in here, and these righteous sisters as well. Right. You understand? We are friends in here. You know what I'm saying? And we prove each other. And those brothers, they prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? They prove themselves. They prove themselves to each other, prove themselves to the rest of the nation who's going to follow their example. You understand? It's going to follow their example by how they did things and and how they handled the situation, man. And that's just a scenario that we can use throughout life, period. Right. To be fearless and to know the Lord is with you, man, and to forge forward and not be stopped, not be intimidated, not to be overtaken. And that's what the brothers displayed, man. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. And let's start at verse 7.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Say it again.
If thou wouldest get a friend, Prove him first.
If you want a friend, prove him first. And listen, what does that mean? Can't just be out here giving everybody credit. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, hey, look, that's my friend. Women do a lot of that. That's my friend. Just met her at work 3 days ago. You just got hired. Just started working with her. Now that's your friend. You understand what I'm saying? A friend don't come easy. That's not a word you can just throw around.
Right.
My friend. You understand? You got to prove a friend. What does it mean to prove a friend? What does that mean to prove a friend? What does that mean? Let's see if somebody in the chat, anybody in the class might have it. What does it mean to prove a friend? You understand? Let's get the definition real quick, y'all. Let's see what it means to prove a friend. All right.
Prove. Demonstrate the truth or existence of something by evidence or argument.
Say it again, nice and loud.
Prove. Demonstrate the truth or existence of something by evidence or argument.
You understand? To prove means to do what? Say it one more time.
Demonstrate the truth or existence.
To demonstrate the truth. Go ahead.
Or existence.
Or what?
Existence of something by evidence or argument.
You understand? That's what it means to prove. And that's what you got to do to a friend. You have to prove a friend. Let's read the scripture again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
Go ahead, prove him first. Let them demonstrate some truthful actions. You know what I'm saying? Let the truth come out about them. Sometimes you gotta be in a situation to see if this is really a friend. To see if they run when times get hard. To see if they help you when they're drowning. A friend will see you drowning and jump in the water to save you when they can't swim.
Right.
That's a friend. Scripture says there's no greater gift than a friend lay down his life for a friend. I'm paraphrasing. That a man lay down his life for his friend. You understand? Paraphrasing. To be a friend is something that's just a word that you cannot throw around and use lightly. You understand? And the brother at Kentucky 8, those are friends. They proved themselves. They displayed actions. They showed the truth of what they're really about and who they really love. You understand? Those brothers was on one accord. You understand? And their bond just got even stronger. And through their bond getting stronger, everybody else through the nation, their bond got stronger.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
And be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, don't be too fast to give them credit. Don't be too fast to give them. Now that's my friend. He liked one of my posts and shared it. Now that's my friend. You understand? He came to class once. Now that's my friend.
Right.
You understand? You realize when you come to the truth, you don't have no damn friends, not in the world.
Right.
You thought he was your friend because they used to give you weed. You get high with him, get drunk as you can with him. Save some of that cigarette for you, bust you down a cigarette or something of that nature. You understand? You thought that was your friend. Thought it was. Now that's not a friend, man. That's not a friend. Don't be so quick to give somebody credit.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Say it again.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Some men are friends for their own occasion, which means what? People use you.
Right.
People use you for what they want, for what they need at the moment. You understand? Swap. Yeah, people will use you for what they want. You know what I'm saying? For their own occasion. You got a car, people hang out with you. You got the weed, people hang out with you. As soon as you lose it all, you ain't got nothing. You at the bottom and you homeless. They ain't got no place for you to stay. They ain't got no food for you, no money for you. They can't even lend an ear to hear what you're going through. You know why? Because that was a friend for their own occasion, man. In the UPK, we're not friends for our own occasion. We suffer together.
Right.
We celebrate together. We live together. We walk together. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we do in here. Why? Because the Bible says we should. The Bible says we're supposed to. So that's what we do. There's no schisms in here.
Right.
And there won't be any schisms in here. Because we live these scriptures, we just don't read them. But we live them. We embrace them. We are the truth.
Right.
You understand? It's a difference between knowing the truth and being the truth. And the UPK is the truth. You understand? Let's keep going.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Say it again.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
They won't be around when you're in trouble. They won't be around when things get rough and things get hard. All of a sudden they disappear.
Right.
But them brothers out in Kentucky, the Kentucky 8 is what we call them. You understand? Them hardcore brothers out there. When trouble came, them brothers stuck together. Them brothers stuck right there and stayed together. They didn't bend, they didn't fold, they didn't run, they didn't take off, they didn't curl up in the corner, be a cur. They didn't do none of that. They stood tough. They stood strong. They stood with the Most High God. And they stand with the Most High God, that means they stood with their brothers.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They're brothers that's in this one body and serve the Lord with every inch of their soul. You understand? Them brothers didn't run when it came to trouble. They stood right there, 10 toes down with their brother. Keep going.
Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
You understand? They're always looking for, one of these friends, they're looking for something wrong with you, something they can talk about you, you know, to somebody else about. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody got that friend smiling, so-called friend smiling in your face and talk about you behind your back. You understand? Talking to you, won't let you know your breath stink, or tell everybody, that nigga breath stink. But that's supposed to be your friend.
Right.
Something that small. You understand? They're looking for something you're doing wrong, some reproach or something. You understand? You know, a gossiper. I would say what I really want to say, but the B word, that's what he acting like.
Right.
You understand? Or she too. You know what I'm saying? There's some that act like that too. Just waiting for you to do something, so just run and talk about it instead of helping you out. You're going through some trouble. They want to talk about your trouble.
Right.
When they talk about how you eating crackers and sleeping outside, or sleeping on somebody's couch, or sleeping in your car, or you lost your job, they can't wait to talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? They can't wait to talk about it. Can't wait to throw you under the bus and then smile in your face for whatever occasion they need you for at the time. Let's keep going.
Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
Some friends are companions at the table. You understand? They're companions at the table. But they sit down and look at they getting down with you. You understand what I'm saying? They're friends at the table when everything is good.
Right.
When everything's going right. You know, when everything's looking up from here. They friends with you at the table. When you're eating.
Right.
You understand? When things are going well. When things are going good, they right there with you. Go ahead.
And will not continue in the day of their affliction.
But as soon as that table is empty, as soon as there's no food on that table, guess what? They're gone.
Right.
As soon as that day of affliction come, they're gone. That's not brotherhood.
Right.
That's not sisterhood. You understand? That's not that. As soon as some problems come, some troubles come, as soon as some wind blow, as soon as a tidal wave come through, they are hauling ass. They out of here.
Right.
Because they ain't here for you for that. They don't care enough about you to be in pain with you, to suffer with you, to hurt with you,
right,
to pull you up. The scriptures say 2 is better than 1. For if one fall, the other pick them up. Why can somebody pick you up if they running every time you're going through something?
Right.
If they don't got your back, if they don't got your side and your front. You understand? See, in the UPK, we don't breed that. There's no cowards. That statement is a true statement. It's a real statement. You understand? There's a process. People, I hear brothers sometimes out in the world that say, yo, man, one day I'm gonna come and join y'all. How do you know that? We don't just accept anybody in here. No cowards can't come in here. Who told you you just gonna come in here? You earn your seat in here.
Right.
You earn it in here. You don't just come in here. This ain't no country club. This ain't no rec center or a library or something. You can just go and get you a little card or something and come on in when you choose. It ain't like that. You got to be proven in here because we friends in here.
Come on.
We brothers and sisters in here. And you got to prove yourself. You understand? Just like the Kentucky 8.
Right.
Because if you ain't willing to go to war with me or go to war with my brothers and use your fist and feet against an AR-15, right. I don't need you around me. Don't want you around me.
Right.
You understand? Because that's what we're doing in here. That's what we breed in here. Keep going.
So we'll come verse 11. But in our prosperity, he will but in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself.
You understand? He's gonna be with you when you prosperous, when you're sitting up high and you're doing well. Gonna be right there with you. He's gonna be on your side and agree with everything you say. You know, when you got things going for you, everybody agree.
Right.
You understand? Everybody agree. That's what hoes do.
Right.
You got the money, they agree with you. Everything you say, they agree, even if they disagree. Even if they don't do whatever it is you're saying, they're going to agree because you're prosperous. You got it. Whatever their occasion may be, you can fulfill it. Therefore, they're going to be as thyself. They're going to agree with everything you say. Do anything you want them to do. There's some hoe niggas too. Excuse me for my language.
Right.
There's some hoe niggas too. That they're going to agree with everything you say. Yes, men. Why? Because you can fulfill whatever their occasion may be. Right? Keep going.
Go on, sir. And will be bold over thy servant.
You understand? They're gonna be bold to the people that they feel are underneath you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna stick their chests out and, you know, yo, back up from my man. You know what I'm saying? Do all of that. Now they wanna, you know, talk nasty to people and so forth and so on because they standing next to you. You understand what I'm saying? They standing next to you. You see a lot of these old bodyguards. I seen one little YouTube show or whatever it is, where there's a bodyguard coming out talking about Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, whatever they call him. He was a bodyguard for him, protecting him and so forth and so on. As soon as he got cut off that payroll, now he talking about him.
Right.
He got everything to say about him. He's gay and this, that, and the other, and all types of funny stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But when P. Diddy was prosperous and fulfilling his occasion, he was agreeing with Diddy. Everything was fine with Diddy. You understand? Just like them bodyguards for R. Kelly.
Right.
When he was sitting there going half on the baby and doing bootylicious and everything else, everything was fine. As soon as they off that payroll, now all of a sudden, yeah, there was 14-year-olds going up in there. I used to drop them off at the McDonald's and give them Happy Meals and chicken nuggets or whatever the hell he was doing. You understand? Now all of a sudden they talking about Happy Meals and chicken nuggets. What happened to the Happy Meals and chicken nuggets when he was fulfilling your occasion?
Right.
You understand? Those are suckers out in the world. We don't do that in here.
God.
We don't. Commander Junior Yohahanna's not breeding those kind of men in here, or sisters either. You understand? We don't got no punk ass sisters in here either.
Right.
That's a no-no. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face.
Sloppy, read it one more time.
Verse 12. If thou be brought low.
If you get brought low, if you get down on your so-called luck, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got it no more. You ain't as prosperous no more. You're not what you used to be.
Right.
You get brought down low. Where's some low spots we, as blacks and Hispanics and natives, where's a low spot we end up in? Jail.
Right.
Nobody answering them collect calls no more. Nobody sending you no money, sending no letters. They ain't visiting. You understand? Only thing about how can they stick rod in your so-called your baby mama or something like that, or what can they do to take over your spot? Now you've been brought low. Go ahead.
He will be against thee.
He be what?
Against thee.
Oh no, he ain't your friend no more.
You
know what I'm saying? He used to be just like you.
Right.
Agreeing with everything you said. Agreeing with everything you do. It was okay to bring 14. It was okay for Kelly to bring 14-year-olds in the room. It was all right. The brothers getting paid to let the 14-year-olds go up in there and pick them up and drop them off, pick them up from 8th period in the middle school or whatever it is, and take them on over to the house. You know what I'm saying? Pick them up a little chocolate milk and some apples, and with some with a McChicken sandwich or something, and bring them on over to the house. You understand? Huh. Soon as Kelly brought low, soon as he's in there crying in that interview and going to jail and all of that, all of a sudden they're against him now. I'm not saying what R. Kelly did was right. I'm just proving who his friends are. Right. A real friend would have said, "Nigga, what you doing with 14-year-olds going up in there?" Right. Nah, you bring 14-year-olds there again, then brother, we gonna have a problem. Right. I might have to be like Nehemiah and put hands on you. Oh. You understand? A friend would have stopped him. You understand? That's what a friend goes to him and him alone, like the scriptures say. You understand? Oh. That's what a friend does. You see how these people are out in the world, those are not friends. Right. In the UPK, we're friends. We don't allow brothers to play with 14-year-olds or do any other type of sin in here. Oh. You understand? And then all of a sudden, when they hit the fan, now you want to talk about it. No, we don't do that. That's for suckers. Keep going.
And will hide himself from thy face.
You understand? Now I don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay away from you now. Because why? You can't fulfill his occasion no more or fulfill her occasion no more. Right. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Yeah, the scripture call these people enemies. You got to separate yourself from these kind of people. You understand? That's quick to run when you're facing an affliction. Which is quick to forget about you and hide their face from you when you're brought down to a lower state. Right. Those are not friends. Soon as the fight come and you outnumbered, they running and hiding. And let's not act like that's not common. That's very common. Right. You understand? These people are enemies. Keep going.
And take heed of thy friends.
Now you got to take heed to your friends. You know they always say the grass ain't greener. The grass is green on the other side, or whatever the case may be. You better pay attention to who your real friends are. Right. You understand? When you come into the Israelite school of UPK and you 10 toes down in here, you realize who your friends are. You realize your biological brother used to get high with, he ain't your friend. Right. And y'all came from the same mama or same daddy or both or whatever the case may be. That's not your friend. You see that when you come in here. You realize your mama ain't your friend. Right. Your daddy ain't your friend. Your cousin, your girl, your husband, whatever. They ain't your friend. Your kids, you name it. Right. You understand? You got to take heed to who your friends are. That's what you got to do. Take heed to who your friends are. Them cackling, bald-headed skeezers that's telling that woman to leave that man alone. He's dealing with all the women and so on and so on. That's not your friend. Right. You understand? That's not your friend. Some people try to drag you down to their lower state. While they hopping from penis to penis, you got one penis that you hopping on, and she's mad. You know, telling you to leave him alone, girl, because they want you to go hop on multiple rods like she's hopping on multiple rods. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 14. A faithful friend.
A what?
A faithful friend.
What does it mean to be faithful? Let's look that up. Come on. Because if you ask a Christian, that means for a man not to have more than one wife. Just be with that woman. That's faithful. Let's see what faithful means. You understand?
Faithful, loyal, constant, and steadfast.
Say it one more time.
Faithful, loyal, constant, and steadfast.
Loyal, constant, and steadfast. You understand? Loyal, constant, which means it keeps going. It's habitual. You understand? And steadfast. That's what it means to be faithful. So let's read the scripture again.
Verse 14. A faithful friend is
a what?
A faithful friend.
Go ahead.
Is a strong defense.
Is a what?
Strong defense.
Yeah, brotherhood is a weapon. It's a what?
Strong defense.
Yeah, that's what a faithful friend is. And we got faithful friends in here.
Right.
Dedicated brothers and sisters. That's consistent and steadfast. Faithful friends, and that's a strong defense. You understand? That's why we say brotherhood is a weapon in here. Because brotherhood is a strong defense. A faithful friend is a strong defense. You understand? I mean, something must be coming up against us. The brothers out in Kentucky, the Kentucky 8, they showed that faithful friends are a strong defense.
Right.
Faithful friends. Nobody to run, nobody to hide. Like I said, when they come with bats and chains and pipes and what is it? AR-15s. Bullets couldn't stop faithful friends.
Right.
You understand? Pipes and chains couldn't stop. Wickedness couldn't stop faithful friends.
Right.
They had a strong defense. And that's what we serving here in the UPK and the Commander in YAHANNA.
That's right.
Who's under the Most High in Christ.
Cool.
You understand? Brothers and sisters in here are faithful friends and a strong defense. Don't think you can just walk through these doors and you're just going to come up in here and join. I'm going to join y'all. No, you're not. You know, because we prove our friends in here, and we prove them to be faithful friends and a strong defense. If you're just 1 point from underneath that, you cannot be in here, and you shouldn't be in here, and don't want you in here.
Right.
You understand? This is an elite club.
Right.
You understand? I say that just for teaching reasons. We ain't no club either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the home of the elite. Keep going.
God. And he that hath found such in one hath found a treasure.
If you found just one faithful friend, just one, you found a treasure. You understand? You found a treasure. If you found just one faithful friend, that's all you needed, just one, according to the scriptures. And you found a treasure, man. And UPK, our brothers and sisters here are treasures.
That's
peculiar treasures, according to the scriptures.
Right.
Peculiar treasures above every nation on the face of this earth. Paraphrasing. You understand? That's what a faithful friend is. Brothers go hard in here together. Sisters go hard. Traveling all across the damn earth. Not getting no rest. Picking up phone calls 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. You understand? Brotherhood, man.
Right.
Sisterhood. And that's what our people are missing. So to see other brothers and sisters come up against each other and come up against righteous black men who are speaking this truth of the Bible, letting our people know that they're the greatest things walking on earth, and that we need to gather ourselves together and come together and separate from this enemy. They rather come up in our face and be disruptive and try to be violent.
Right.
And then cry wolf once they tongue kissing the goddamn curb. You understand? Because they didn't know we were faithful friends up in here with a strong defense. You know what I'm saying? There was 8 treasures out there. And they found out the hard way. Let's keep going.
Verse 15. Nothing doeth contravail a faithful friend.
Nothing doth contravail a faithful friend. Now, you know what we got to do. Let's look up countervail. What does countervail mean?
Countervail. Offset the effect of something.
Offset the effect of something. So to disturb something. You understand? To kind of mess something up or throw it off. To offset it. So if you offset something, you're trying to throw it off, disrupt it. You know, change it. Right? So let's read it again. Go ahead.
By countering it with something of equal force.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. You know what I'm saying? So if we got a faithful friend that's a strong defense, somebody's going to try to come with some strong offense then.
Right.
You understand? They're going to try to throw off this strong defense, offset this strong defense, right? That's what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to counter it with something just as strong, just as powerful. Right. So if we coming out there in righteousness, they're going to come out there with their wickedness just as strong as our righteousness.
Right.
Right? But They don't have faithful friends. And a faithful friend is a strong defense. But let's see what this scripture says about it. They're going to come with equal force with their wickedness, equal force with their offense against our strong defense. They're going to come with equal force. What does the scripture say? Read again.
Verse 15. Nothing.
Say it again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 5.
Just say the word. Go ahead.
Nothing.
Say it again.
Nothing.
They're coming with a strong defense, but
nothing.
They're going to come with strong wickedness, but
nothing.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Doth countervail a faithful friend.
Nothing. No matter what they come with. They come with AK-47s or AR-15s, bats, knives, bombs, bullets, firecrackers. I don't give a damn what they come with. Nothing can offset this faithful friend. Nothing can get through this strong defense. Nothing can tarnish this treasure. Nothing, according to the scriptures. And the Kentucky 8 proved that.
Right.
Them brothers out in Kentucky and swinging out of Ohio and Indiana. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing could countervail that strong defense that they had. Nothing could countervail those faithful friends that was out there. Nothing could do it. And it was proven. Let's keep going.
And his excellency is inviolable.
It's in what?
His excellency is inviolable.
It's invaluable. You understand? Now you know we got to do it just for the hell of it. What is the definition of invaluable? What's that definition mean?
Inviolable, extremely useful, indispensable.
In what?
Extremely useful, indispensable.
It's extremely useful and dispensable. Go ahead.
Crucial, critical, irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. You understand? You can't replace it.
Right.
Read that part again in the scripture.
Come on, card. Verse 15. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Yeah, there's nothing that can offset a faithful friend. Nothing that can stop a faithful friend. Go ahead.
And his excellency.
Is
inviolable.
It's irreplaceable. You understand? It's worth more than anything. It's irreplaceable. You can't replace it. This said a faithful friend. Did it say a wicked woman? No. Did it say your kids? Did it say your parents? Did it say your job? No, I didn't say that. It said your friend's excellence, it cannot be replaced.
Right.
Your faithful friend, that strong defense cannot be replaced. That treasure that you found cannot be replaced. You understand? Your biological brother, he could be replaced.
Right.
Your biological sister, she could be replaced.
Right.
If she's not proven to be a faithful friend, the hell would be my biological brother. The hell would be my biological sister. The hell would be my mother, my father, and anybody else. If you're not proven to be a faithful friend, then you're nobody to me.
Right.
You understand? You're nobody to me, according to the scriptures. A faithful friend, man, and his or her excellency is irreplaceable.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine.
Is the what?
Medicine.
Is the what?
Medicine.
A faithful friend is the medicine. Go ahead.
Of life.
It's the medicine of life. You understand? It makes things right. Medicine cures things, don't it?
Right.
It stops things, makes you feel better, makes you healthy. You understand? So when you face that affliction, when you go to that low state, when you're not prospering no more, when you're not fulfilling their occasion no more, when you're not putting people in a position to use you anymore, when you're down and out, crying, lonely, depressed, hopeless, you understand? Suffering from anxiety, not knowing which way to turn, confused,
right,
and everything else. That faithful friend is medicine. You understand? When people call you 3 o'clock in the morning and they want to talk to you about a problem, when they pick up that phone and say, "What's going on? Talk to me." That's a faithful friend right there, man.
That's right.
Somebody who's willing to be there for you. That's medicine. Sometimes you need somebody to talk to, somebody to be there with you. You understand? You decided, man, I ain't eating red meat no more. You know what your friend gonna do? When he get around you or she get around you, they ain't gonna eat red meat either.
Right.
Because they don't even want to tempt you. They don't even want to throw you off. They don't even want to offset you. You understand? A faithful friend is medicine in life, man. And that's something we all need, and that's what we have here in the U.P.K. Medicine.
That's right.
You understand? Medicine. And we proved out in Kentucky how much that medicine in life means to us. You understand? Let me see. Let's keep going.
Come on, God. And they that fear the Most High shall find him.
And that's the only way you're gonna find a faithful friend, is we fear the Most High God. You hold the Most High God to the utmost and highest respect. You understand? That's what you do. You hold him to the utmost and highest respect and highest regard. You do that, he'll bless you with faithful friends. And that's what we're doing here.
Right.
That's why we're so tight and so close-knit. You understand? Because we serve the Most High God. We fear the Most High God. Therefore, he blessed us with faithful friends in here, with treasures, with strong defense,
right,
with medicine, with the medicine of life. You understand? Because we serve the Lord in here. Right. And that was proven this past weekend. It was proven, and it's going to be proven every weekend.
Right.
We keep serving the Lord, doing what we're supposed to do. You understand? Doing what we're supposed to do. Doing what we know we're supposed to do. Keep going.
Come on, God. And they that fear the Most High shall find him.
Go ahead.
Verse 17. Whoso feareth the Most High shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
You understand? If I got me a faithful friend, guess what? I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be a faithful friend back. You understand? That's how we forge this strong defense. But you're gonna be the faithful friend and I'm not? That sounds one-sided.
Right.
You understand? So whatever he is or she is, so will I be. That's my faithful friend who was there for me. I'm gonna be the faithful friend and be there for them. And we're gonna forge a strong defense. We're gonna look at each other as both being treasures.
Right.
We're gonna look at each other as both being medicine. You understand? And that's what we do in here in the U.P.K. Each one of them brothers of Kentucky 8, they looked at each other as treasures. They looked at each other as faithful friends. That's why they all stuck together and got the hell out of there together.
Right.
You understand? It wasn't one looked at one as a faithful friend, the other one didn't, and so was the song, because it wouldn't have went down so graciously as it did.
Right.
You understand? So all of them brothers looked at each other as faithful friends. Tight knit. That's why that strong defense was proven. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go to one of my favorite scriptures, man. 2 Maccabees chapter 3.
Come on.
Yeah, 2 Maccabees. Slacky, hold on. Slacky. First Maccabees chapter 3. Slacky.
Come on.
We want to go to First Maccabees chapter 3 and start at verse 17.
Come on. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 17. Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude.
Now, real quick, this is one of us being so few and being so weak, going against such a great multitude. You know, how can we win this fight? You understand? This is what one of his soldiers said. Now, him being the leader, him being a faithful friend, him being the treasure, he want to guide this brother. Right. You understand? And get this brother right. Because just by asking this question, the brother's he's a tad bit off. Right. You understand? But Judas Maccabee's going to get him right. Keep going.
It's so strong. Seeing we are ready to faint with fasting on this day.
Now we ain't eat nothing, you know, we weak out here. You go to camp, we out there for hours. Right. We ain't back there scarfing down cheeseburgers and chicken, none of that. We back there, we're not eating anything. You know what I'm saying? I drink some water, but we out here for hours. You understand? We out here for hours. We ain't sitting, like I said, we're not scarfing down no chicken and cheeseburgers back there. Right. We focusing on our job. You understand? We focused and on our job. So somebody, the brother came up and wondered, how can we win? You know, we ain't eat nothing all day. We weak. We small. They large and strong. How can we win? Let's keep going.
Verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered. It is no hard matter.
It is what?
No hard matter.
It's not a hard thing. You know what I'm saying? As Judas calmly told the brother, hey, look, man, it ain't a big deal. Right. Us being weak from not eating, us being small, them being large and being strong, them having more people and more weaponry and more AR-15s and more bats and more knives and pipes and chains, them having all of that, it ain't a big deal. Go ahead.
For many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
It's not a big deal for many to be shut up in the hands of few. You understand? How can many be shut down in the hands of few? With faithful friends. Right. You understand? And a strong defense, like we read. Like we just previously read. With faithful friends and a strong defense. Judas Maccabees knew this ain't no big deal. Right. How does he know that? Because where do you get them faithful friends and that strong defense from? Where does that come from? How do you obtain that? What you think, Shaw? How do you obtain that? How do you get faithful friends and a strong defense?
Come on.
We read it.
By serving the Lord, sir.
By serving the Lord. Judas Maccabees knew that. That's why he said it's not a big deal, because they serve the Lord. Right. When you serve the Lord, it's not a big deal no matter what you're going up against. No matter what you're going up against. You nervous about your job interview? Serve the Lord. Right. You understand? You nervous about your operation you got to go through? Serve the Lord. You understand? You nervous about your rent or your bills and all of that, and you discombobulated in your head, and you don't know where the next meal is coming from, or where the next penny is coming from, or whatever you're going through that you feel is bigger than you. Serve the Lord. Right. Because it ain't a big deal to the Most High God. It's not a big deal at all. And Judas Maccabees knew this. So he had to tell his soldier this. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. For the trooper that's on live, we at 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 17, going into 18.
You don't sign Christ. All right? We're good? Now, that's perfectly fine. You understand? Yeah, that's where we at. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, we started at verse 17. Before that, we was in Ecclesiastes 6. I believe we started at verse 7, I believe.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And read down. All right? Let's read it again.
Come on, sir. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 17.
Go ahead.
Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few, to fight against so great a multitude?
You understand? We see that now. We say that right now to this day. You see all the police killings, all the police brutality. You see all them white supremacists coming out the woodworks, left wing and whatever that garbage is, right conservatives and all this other garbage, and Democrats, Republicans, and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? Coming for our necks, coming for our blood. Brothers getting choked out, sisters getting shot. You understand? Young black girls going missing. When I say black, I mean Latino and Native American children as well, out there missing. People disappearing off the reservations. You understand? People disappearing at the borders.
Right.
You understand? Young sisters disappearing out the ghettos and so forth and so on. There's a lot going on against us in this wicked, disgusting, filthy society that we live in.
Right.
And it feels like we're being swallowed up by it. You understand? So a lot of our people have that question to this day. How can we win against such a great multitude?
Right.
Us being so small and being the so-called minority, how can we win being so weak and so small? You understand? Go ahead.
And so strong, seeing we are ready to faint.
Yeah. Go ahead.
With fasting all this day.
You understand? That we weak. They got a large multitude and they're strong. You understand? This same scenario, the brothers out in Kentucky, they face this.
Right.
You understand? Being out in camp all day long. You understand? Doing the work of the Lord. Coming up against a great multitude. That was strong.
Right.
If they got an AR-15 and you don't, then they strong.
Right.
You understand? But it still didn't stop them faithful friends and that strong defense. That still wasn't enough.
That's right.
As we just said, you get that faithful friend and that strong defense. You get that from serving the Most High God, fearing the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? And that's why they was out there. Because they feared the Lord. They served the Lord. They held the Lord to the Most High to the utmost respect. That's how they was out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was out there doing.
Right.
Speeching, reaching out to the people, hitting the highways and byways, serving the Lord. And you got the goddamn audacity to come up against some men serving the Lord. That's a suicide mission, if you ask me.
That's right.
You understand? Well, let's see what Judas said to the brother. Let's go.
Verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered.
Judas Maccabees, who was the leader of the army at this time, the leader of the host at this time. Go ahead.
It is no hard matter.
It's not a big deal. Go ahead.
For many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
It's not a hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of just a few. That's not a big deal. You understand? He said that with confidence. You know why? He knows who he serves. He knows the God he serves. He knows the power that he serves.
Right.
He knows he fears him. You understand? He knows that he holds the Lord, the Most High, to the utmost respect.
Right.
Not the type of fear where you curl up in the corner and you scared. I'm talking about respect. You understand? A very high regard. Keep going.
And with the God of heaven.
Who?
The God of heaven.
With the Most High God, Yahweh is his name. You understand? Go ahead.
It is all one.
It's all one. Whether it's just a small group going against a big group or vice versa, it's all one to him.
Right.
And it's even playing field somewhat when the Lord's on your side.
Right.
You understand? But once the Lord get to working, it ain't even playing field no more because you're going to lose and lose bad. And lucky that will have mercy on you. Whoop your ass and let you live another day. Should be happy about that.
Right.
Still show mercy. Keep going.
To deliver with a great multitude.
It don't matter if you got a great multitude or go ahead.
Or a small company.
Or just a small company. You understand? It don't matter to the Lord.
Right.
It don't matter to him. Kentucky proved that and showed that. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 19. For the victory of the battle standeth not in a multitude of an host.
Yeah, the victory, that doesn't determine. The victory is not determined by the size of the company. It's not determined by the size of what you're going up against. You understand? You think something's bigger than what it really is, and it's not.
Right. Nothing's
big when you're serving the Most High God. Nothing. You understand? Nothing is. We don't raise people that worry in here. We raise warriors in here. It's a very big difference.
Right.
You understand? Because it don't matter to the Most High God whether it's a lot or a little or so forth and so on. Keep going.
But strength.
But what?
But strength.
But what?
Strength.
But your victory, your strength, your power. Go ahead.
Coming from heaven.
It comes from the Most High God, man. You understand? That's where it comes from. Judas Maccabees knew this. Right. Captain Kapash knew this.
Right.
You understand? Officer Abakamov knew this.
Right.
You understand? Officer Napatazai knew this. The rest of them brothers out in Kentucky and Ohio and Indiana, they knew this. Go ahead.
Verse 20. They come against us in much pride.
Yeah, they come against us with much pride. Taunting brothers. You understand?
Right.
Doing all types of evil wickedness. You understand? Go ahead.
And iniquity to destroy us.
Uh-huh.
And our wives and children and to spoil us.
You understand? This comes in many different forms and fashions. The oppressor comes at us like this. And the oppressor can use our own people to come up against us like this. That's the sad part. That's the terrible part right there.
Right.
That our people can be used to go against their own people.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 21. But we fight for our lives.
We do what?
Fight for our lives.
Yeah, we wasn't out there playing with them. Like we were out there slap boxing and joking around. Brothers out there fighting for their lives. Go ahead.
And our laws.
And we was fighting for our laws, man. You understand? The Kentucky 8 went out there and they fought for their lives and our laws, man.
Right.
And through the end of all the ruckus, things being destroyed, you know what happened? They got their sword and their apocrypha back.
Right.
Through it all, the word of God still stood strong through it all. You understand? Because that's the God that we serve, man.
Right.
That's the power that we serve. You serve the Most High God, He'll put faithful friends in your life.
That's right.
You might have to lose your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your best friend that you were sniffing cocaine with and smoking dust and all of that with. You might have to lose that. Might have to lose the good woman you thought you had. You might have to lose that. You might have to lose your goddamn cat too and your dog and everything else. You might have to lose that when you serve the Lord.
Right.
But He'll replace it with some faithful friends. You understand? And He'll replace it. When you get them faithful friends, guess what else you're going to get? A strong defense.
Right.
You understand? A strong defense that cannot be penetrated, that cannot be broken, that cannot be defeated, that can't be offset or disrupted or disturbed, derailed, nothing else. It can't happen according to the scriptures. Keep going.
Verse 22. Wherefore the Lord Himself will overthrow them before your face.
You understand? And that's what's going to happen when people come up against the priests and prophets of the Most High God.
Right.
When they come up against men that serve the Lord, men that fear the Lord. When you come up against faithful friends with a strong defense, you're going to lose each and every time.
Right.
You understand? Read that part again.
Come on, good. Verse 22. Wherefore the Lord Himself will overthrow them before our face.
You're going to see how good your strong defense works. You're going to see how strong your faithful friend is, how much a treasure he is. You understand? Because whoever comes against us is going to be overthrown right in our face.
Right.
You're going to see it. I listened to the show last night. Brothers, after the whole melee went down, brothers was seeing the people the ones that came up against us, they was laid out on the floor.
Right.
They was laid out, going to the hospitals and everything else. They was overthrown right in their face. They seen it. You understand? They seen brothers laid out. Not our brothers, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Laid out, rightfully so. Read the rest.
Come on, God. And as for you.
But as for you.
Be ye not afraid of them.
Don't be afraid, man. Especially when you got them faithful friends and that strong defense. When you got them brothers that's on one accord with you, that's stepping in tune with you. Know that these are your friends. These are your brothers.
Right.
And they're treasures, according to the scriptures. They're medicine, according to what we read in Ecclesiastes chapter 6. It's medicine. You understand? The medicine of life. Don't be afraid. You got the medicine of life.
Right.
You got a strong defense. You surrounded by treasure that can't be replaced, irreplaceable.
Right.
And it can't be disturbed or distracted or thrown off or defeated. We read it in Ecclesiastes 6. So what you got to be afraid of?
Right.
I don't care if you go out of camp with 3 people, with 3 brothers. Those are 3 faithful friends, and that defense is still strong.
Right.
Those are 3 treasures. You understand? That can't be defeated according to the scriptures. You understand? Don't be afraid. But let's drop that real quick. Go to Exodus real quick. Go to Exodus 14 and 14. Let's pick a few scriptures real quick.
Exodus chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you.
Say it again.
The Lord shall fight for you.
According to the scripture, man, the Lord gonna fight for us. All we gotta do is serve him. You understand? All we gotta do is serve him. And when we're put in positions where we have to defend ourselves, the Lord is still fighting for us through us. You understand? With your faithful friends and that strong defense, man. The Lord gonna fight for us.
Right.
You have to make sure that you own the fact that you got these faithful friends. But you ain't gonna get these faithful friends unless you're serving the Most High God.
Right.
You think these faithful friends out in the world because y'all get drunk together, whatever, go to the club and stare at women all goddamn night long, or whatever the case may be. Nah, man, that's not no faithful friend.
God.
That's just another perverted brother that you're rolling with, because y'all both got the same goddamn demon on you.
Right.
You understand? In the UPK, we have faithful friends. And we go out to camp with these faithful friends and this strong defense. We know the Lord's going to fight for us.
Right.
You understand? We know the Lord's going to fight for us. Keep reading.
And he shall hold your peace.
You understand? We don't got to jump the gun. When it's time for us to take ground, it'll be time for us to take ground.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord is going to fight for us. You understand? The Lord's going to be on our side because we serve him. Go to Deuteronomy 31 and 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong and of good courage.
Say it again.
Be strong and of good courage.
And that's what you got to have. You got to be strong and have good courage. And it's easy to obtain that good courage when you know you're rolling with those faithful friends.
Right. When
you have that strong defense. You know, brotherhood is a weapon, but this weapon is given from God, man. It ain't nothing you can go purchase and buy.
Right.
This is a weapon that is given from the Most High God. How do we know that? Because we read it in Ecclesiastes chapter 6. We read it before. That when you serve the Most High God, you fear the Most High God, you'll get you a faithful friend, man.
Right.
You understand? And when you get one, it's like finding a treasure that cannot be replaced. You understand? How dare you not have good courage?
Right.
How dare you not? Keep going.
God. Fear not.
Say it again.
Fear not.
Yeah, there's no fear. You understand? Absolutely no fear. Not for no man, not for nothing that's breathing.
Right.
Not for nothing that's breathing and walking and talking. Ain't no fear in that.
Right.
We fear the Most High God. We say, who do we fear? The Father we fear. That's what we say in here. And that's what we mean. You understand? That's why it don't matter with a small company or a great multitude. It don't matter to us.
Right.
Because we fear the Father in here. Therefore, we're going to have good courage. And fear not. Go ahead.
Right. Nor be afraid of them.
Be afraid of who?
Of them.
Of who?
Them.
Them heathens. Of who?
Them.
Anybody coming up against us. Who?
Them.
Anybody. You understand? Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid. You know why? You got faithful friends in here.
Right.
You understand? And the Kentucky 8 proved that they were not afraid. There was no fear in them.
Right.
Or nothing. Because it's like Judas Maccabees, they knew that their strength come from heaven. They knew that this strength came from the Most High God. And the reason they know it is because that is what Commander Junior YAHANNA is teaching us in here.
That's right.
That's what he's breeding in here. You understand? You see the fruits of his labor, man. You see the fruits of his labor. You can see it.
Right.
Other Israelite groups, man, they getting ran off of corners, man.
That's right.
They getting punched in their face and smacked.
Right.
Chased off, getting the microphone snatched in their hand and punched in the stomach and all of that. That don't happen over here.
That's right.
That don't happen over here. And now I ain't talking tough or none of that. I'm not talking tough at all. But I am going to talk as a man that served the Most High God. You understand? That don't happen over here. Because we rolling with the Most High God. We know where our strength comes from. And we're going to keep serving the Most High God and keep our faithful friends around us. And keep that strong defense. And keep that brotherhood. And keep this weapon that was given to us. And we're going to sharpen it. And we're going to use it. You understand? Keep going.
For the Lord thy God, he it is that doeth go with thee.
Say it again. Read it again.
Come on, God. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee.
He will not what?
Fail thee.
So when you're going against this great multitude, the Lord what? Will not what?
Fail thee.
When you're going through something you think you can't get through because it's bigger than you. It's something that's overwhelming you. What did God say?
Will not fail thee.
He won't fail you. You understand? That's proven in the U.P.K.
Right.
Why? Because it's in the scriptures. And like I said before, there's a difference between knowing the truth and being in the truth. You understand?
Go on, come.
And we are the truth in the U.P.K. because we live these scriptures. We live them. We go against our flesh.
Right.
You understand? We go again. We put all of our wants and all that. We put it away. It's gone. We don't have no wants. All we want is to serve God and do what His will is. We have no wants. We want what He wants. That's why we fear Him and serve Him, because we know He will not fail us.
Right.
That's a great investment.
That's right.
That's a great investment. You ain't losing no money if you invest in the Most High God. You ain't losing no money. And if you need to broker your deal, you need somebody to help you broker your investment with the Most High God, you better find the U.P.K. in the city near you.
Right.
You understand? So we can help you out with that and get you right. Trust me, I invested. You know who else invested? The Kentucky 8 invested as well.
That's right.
That's why they're home right now relaxing or something. Or maybe probably teaching the classes somewhere.
Right.
Doing some more work of the Lord. You know, and what them other people doing that decided to cross the line? Probably putting ice on their goddamn foreheads.
Right.
Probably putting ice on their ice packs and things on their neck. You know what I'm saying? Got their mother putting some ice in a washcloth and putting it on their eye.
Mm.
You understand?
Right.
Popsicle sticks and everything wrapped around their fingers with tape and all that because they jammed their fingers or broke their goddamn fingers or something. You understand? Looking at their girlfriends in shame as they got their ass whipped in front of them.
Right.
You understand? Is there more on that?
Come on, God. Nor forsake thee.
You understand? He won't forsake us either. At all. Not the Most High God, man. And we got to serve Him. And it's worth serving Him. Because He's going to give you a strong defense, man.
Right.
These dumb, stupid, stinking Christians think that, oh, the Lord's with me, because they get you some, you got a Maserati or some other garbage. Or some mansion or something somewhere. You run around chasing boys in the choir in your mansion, skinny dipping in the pool and all of that with 12-year-olds and all the rest of the filthy garbage that's going on in that Christian church.
Right.
You understand? A bunch of disgusting, weed-smoking, pork-eating bastards. Those are a bunch of Christians that probably came up against us. Bunch of stinking, stupid, disgusting Christians. Even if they ain't Christians, they're still Christians.
Right.
You understand? Let's drop that. Go to Proverbs real quick.
Go
to Proverbs 27. You understand? Go to Proverbs 27 and go to Proverbs verse 17.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpeneth iron.
Say it again.
Iron sharpeneth iron.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. You understand? And that's what we doing here. That's what faithful friends do. You understand? That's why I brought the example before with them bodyguards and all of that. Now they talking about Puff Daddy or P. Diddy, whatever the hell he's called. They talking about him now. He was having some freaky, funny sex with men and everything else, and R. Kelly was having sex with these 12-year-olds, whatever the case may be. Bodyguard was cool with it at first, until they got dropped, till that money wasn't coming in. Then they turned into something else.
Right.
But if iron sharpened iron, you would tell that brother, yo, man, you need to stop doing that, man. You would correct that brother because you love that brother.
Right.
If you can't correct the brother, then you won't kill for a brother.
Right.
If you can't correct the brother, then you won't die for that brother. You understand? You're not a faithful friend if you can't correct them. No matter what the rank or the status, whatever the case may be. You understand?
God.
You don't got to correct nobody rudely. You can be very professional in your correction, but you got to say something. You can't just let it slide. And then later on, now you want to talk about it. Nah, don't go like that.
Right. You
understand? Iron sharpens iron in here. You understand? Keep going.
Come on, God. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend.
You understand? What does that mean? What's continence mean? Let's look it up real quick. Continence. What does that mean?
Come on, come. Countenance, a person's face or facial expression. Support.
Say it again.
Support.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Read it one more time.
Come on, come. Countenance, a person's face or facial expression.
You understand? A face or facial expression. Go ahead.
Support.
You understand? You want to change this brother's attitude pretty much. You understand? Somebody can wear sadness on their face. You can see they're disturbed. Somebody can wear anger on their face. You can see they're disturbed. You want to change this brother's whole mood.
Right.
You understand? And you can do that when iron sharpens iron. You understand? You can do that. That's what we're doing here. Motivate brothers. Pick brothers up.
Come.
Change brothers' mood. For that brother to feel doubtful or anxious or worried. You understand? Just like the brother that we just read about in 1 Maccabees chapter 3 that went to Judas and asked him, how the hell can we win being so few and hungry against a great multitude? Right. You understand? Judas sharpened his brother's iron by letting him know where the strength comes from.
Right.
Our strength comes from heaven. That could change that brother's whole countenance, man.
Right.
Now when he was sitting there worried at first, but now when he spoke to Judas, now we're ready to go. Now you can see it better now. You understand? That's an example of iron and sharpen iron, man. And that's what we need. And you only get that from faithful friends.
Right.
You understand? Iron is strong, ain't it?
God.
Iron is hard. If somebody beats you upside your head with a piece of iron, it hurts. So iron sharpen iron, that's a strong defense.
Right.
You understand? That's a strong defense. But guess what? Like we read earlier in the scriptures. With that strong defense, somebody's going to try to come with a strong offense. Because if I'm not mistaken, they had metal pipes out there and everything else out there. But guess what? It wasn't harder than the iron of that strong defense them brothers had, man.
Right.
It wasn't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron in here. And that's what we have to do with our people.
Right.
You can drop that. Go to let's stay in Proverbs. Go to chapter 18.
Go
to chapter 18 and verse let's go to 24.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24. A man that have friends must show himself friendly.
Now, what does that mean? Just we read before. You understand? Like we read before in Ecclesiastes. If you got a faithful friend, then guess what you're going to be? You're going to be a faithful friend as well.
Right.
You understand? You're going to be a faithful friend. That's how we keep this defense strong.
Right.
You know that the old saying with the weak link. You're only as strong as your weakest link. There are no weak links in here. There are no weak links. Only faithful friends and strong defense.
Right.
You understand? That's it. There are no weak links. That's not allowed in here. Weakness and fear and things like that, those things are not allowed in the Israelite school of UPK, man. It's not tolerated. Why? Because it's going against the Bible to have them characteristics, man. It's going against the Bible. So if you got a faithful friend, you should be a faithful friend. You must be a faithful friend. You understand? Read it again.
Good. A man that have friends must show himself friendly.
Yeah, he must show himself friendly. Not maybe, not when he get time, not as a possibility. He must. Must, that means it's mandatory.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And there is a friend.
And there's a friend, a faithful friend that provides strong defense. He's a treasure, as we read in Ecclesiastes.
Right.
He's a treasure that can't be defeated, that can't be replaced. This friend, go ahead.
That sticketh closer than a brother.
Closer than that nigga that came out your mother.
Right.
Say it again.
Sticketh closer than a brother.
Closer than the man that came out your father. Say it again.
Sticketh closer than a brother.
He stick closer than your brother, than your so-called brother.
Right.
You know, the one you was getting high with, stealing with, robbing with. You understand what I'm saying? The nigga that wouldn't send you nothing when you got locked up. The one who wouldn't come and visit you. You know, sat in prison for years, never came to visit you, didn't see you no boots or nothing, no magazines, not even a picture, not $10, nothing. But oh boy, see, we got a prison program in here.
Right.
You understand? And we communicate with brothers and sisters that's locked up in that system out there, doing 30 years, 40 years, some doing 60 years. We let them know that they got faithful friends out here.
Right.
Because we know how it is to be in a low state, to come with afflictions, to not prosper. We know how that is. So guess what? We show them brothers and sisters that they have faithful friends out here who fear the Most High God. And guess what? In turn, you know what they'll learn how to be behind the wall? They'll learn how to be faithful friends. And let that spread like wildfire in the goddamn prison systems. And build up a strong defense. There's no limits to doing the work of the Most High God. I don't give a damn where you at. You understand? I don't care where you at. You can always do the work of the Lord, and He'll send you some faithful friends. He'll send you a strong defense. It ain't easy, but it's not impossible.
Right.
Is there more on that?
La'asa.
Where was we just at, Sloppy?
We was at Proverbs chapter 18, verse 24.
Okay, Most High in Christ. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's go to let's stay in Proverbs again, man. Proverbs is on fire. Go to Proverbs 17. 17 and 17. Let's go there real quick.
Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17. A friend loveth at all times.
Say it again.
A friend loveth at all times.
Go ahead.
And a brother is born for adversity.
You understand? That friend that's bigger than a brother, stronger than a brother, you know what I'm saying? He's going to come through in that time of adversity, man. He loves all the time. Through the good, through the bad, through the ugly, through the thick, through the thin. He's there. You understand? He's there and he's built for adversity. He's built to be in pain with you.
Right.
He's built to be afflicted with you. That's why the Most High God put him in your life. When you sitting here in the UPK, and you was the Lord blessed you and you was fortunate enough to even make the rank of a trooper, which some people may think that that's some low little rank. That's a very big rank.
Right.
You understand? That's a very big rank to have in the Israelite school of UPK because everybody's not accepted in here.
Right.
But if you get accepted in here, you stick with your oath that you decided to take, and you decided to get the oil poured on your head, and you decided to accept the name you was given, and you decided to do this, you understand? Just know this. Times are going to get rough, but you made the best decision of your goddamn life. You've been blessed with faithful friends.
That's right.
You've been blessed with a strong defense. Nah, nigga, you ain't got no Maserati or no Porsche. You understand? You might be taking the Greyhound from city to city and state to state and so forth and so on, but nigga, you got some faithful friends that'll be right there with you.
That's right.
You understand? That'll be right there with you, suffering with you, in adversity with you. You understand? And guess what? You better do the same thing in return.
Right.
You understand? That's how this thing works. You better do the same thing. Let's drop that real quick. What they wanted 1 Timothy, man. Hold on 1 second. Let me see real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this is a common one right here that we normally go to the 1 Timothy. 2 Timothy. Yeah. All right, yeah, 2 Timothy real quick. You know what I mean? We all know this scripture, but we're gonna read it anyway. 2 Timothy chapter 2, real quick, verse 3.
Cut. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness.
Say it again.
Thou therefore endure hardness.
Yeah, we're gonna go through some hard times in here. You understand? We're gonna go through some real hard times. You can get through those hard times with your faithful friends. Why? Because it's a strong defense.
Right.
You understand? Brotherhood is a weapon, man. You can get through them hard times. Go ahead.
As a good soldier.
As what?
As a good soldier.
Say it again.
As a good soldier.
As a good choir boy.
As a good soldier.
As a good usher.
As a good soldier.
As a good soldier, man. Not a pothead, not a cokehead. You understand? Not a sissy, not being scary, none of that stuff. But as a what?
As a good soldier.
As a good soldier. You understand? You want to be a good soldier? Begin by being a faithful friend and fearing the Most High God. You understand? How do we know that? A good soldier, keep going.
Of Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, of Jesus Christ, as the scriptures say. You understand? Equally known to the world. As the brother said, Yahushua Mashiach. You understand? To Christ. Be a good soldier for Christ. Be a good soldier of Christ. And that is exactly what the Kentucky 8 is. You understand? Good soldiers of Christ, man. And you seen, how do we know they're good soldiers of Christ? Because they serve the Most High God.
Right.
They fear the Most High God. You understand? Good soldiers, man. Keep going.
Verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life.
You understand? A man that's a war, he don't worry about what's going on in this life. You understand? He's not worried about that. He ain't worried about that. He don't get caught up in things. You stay focused, stay disciplined, just like them brothers did out in Kentucky.
Right.
You understand? Stick to your training. Stick with the Lord. Stick to what we know. You understand? Never lose your foundation. Never just dismiss the basics. The basics save your life.
Huh.
You understand? The basics save your life. You got to get all, deep and philosophical with the scriptures and everything, man. You understand? You might not remember every single precept in the world and all that, but know how to live this Bible. Learn the spirit of this Bible.
Huh.
You understand? Learn the spirit of this Bible. You understand? You don't got to be the precept king. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Be a doer of this word. That's what the scriptures say. You understand? Be a doer of this word. Satan knows scriptures too.
Right.
Demons know scriptures too. But they don't know the spirit. You understand? Get deep into the spirit. Don't get entangled with the ways of this world or the affairs of this world. Keep going.
Come on, God. That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
You know what I'm saying? So we can please the one who chose us to be a soldier. And that's what the brothers did out there in Kentucky, man.
That's right.
You understand? They showed and proved to the Most High God that they fear him, that they're willing to die out there in the streets for the same people that came up against them. You understand? For the same people that came up against my brothers. We're willing to still die for them and love them. You understand? Right. You understand?
Come on.
They proved to the Most High God who they was, man. And that should be a lesson for all of us. You understand? That should be a lesson for all of us. Motivation and inspiration for all of us.
God.
Serve the Most High God, man. And when you do such, you'll obtain faithful friends. You'll obtain a strong defense. You understand? Because that's exactly what we have here in the UPK.
Come on.
You understand? Brotherhood is a weapon. It was given by the Most High God.
Right.
And you can see that the Most High God gave us that weapon. And it can be used and it will be used when necessary. You understand?
Come on.
With that, pass to the priest and officer Shaw, man.
Clap it up for the class.